Hey everybody, this is Vivian again, and I'm with the Silent Christian No More, where we let our actions be seen and our voices be heard. And today, I want to let you know that God has a plan for you. Your mama might not have done it before, your daddy might not have done it before, but God has a plan for you. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, because I need your support. Where are we coming from? Jeremiah 29th chapter, the 11th verse. And as always, I'm going to read it for you. For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, says the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you a future and a hope. And I started studying this particular text, and Jeremiah was writing a letter to the Babylonian captives, to the Israelites, and letting them know God hasn't forgotten you. They've been in captivity for 70 years, and they are probably thinking, Lord is never going to deliver us. He is never going to set us free. But God made a promise, and he said that he would deliver them out of their bondage. And he hadn't forgot about them. And he wanted them to remember that he had thoughts about them. And God knew his own thoughts, even though they were exiled Jews in Babylon. They didn't know it because it had been 70 years. They didn't even remember what his thoughts were towards them. So God had Jeremiah to write this letter to them to remind them that he was going to give them some peace and give them a future and a hope. And I guess it was his way of encouraging them during the difficult times. And it makes me think of us sometimes. We get in situations and we're like, oh my God, will this ever end? I've been dealing with this issue for months and months and months, and nothing has changed. These Jews were held captive for over 70 years. So can you imagine, in comparison to our little months or even our couple of years, that we go through certain things in our life? And sometimes we think that God is a microwave God. Just because we call on his name right now, he's going to answer us right now. And sometimes he does. Sometimes you can pray today and you have your answer on tomorrow. But sometimes it takes a little while. And it's not that God hasn't forgotten us. His feelings and emotions towards us don't change like ours do towards other people. Can you imagine how many people during that 70-year period that felt like their situation was hopeless, that they would never see deliverance, they would never experience peace, they didn't have any hope? I'm 62 years old. That would have been my whole entire life plus 8 years old. Well, I'm 61. Plus 9 years. So that's a long time. And sometimes we got to learn patience. Just because God doesn't answer us right now, it doesn't mean that he has forgotten us. Maybe the answer is, wait a minute. Instead of, it's yes, but wait a minute. And maybe the answer is no. But if God made a promise to you, you can count on it no matter how many days, months, or years ago that promise was made. And that's kind of comforting to me, because God is such an awesome God. David pondered God in Psalms 40 in the 5th chapter. He said, many, O Lord, my God, are your wonderful works, which you have done, and your thoughts toward us cannot be recounted to you in order. If I would declare and speak of them, it would be far too many. And this is David. He's just thinking. That whole entire psalm is about David pondering the magnificence of God. And sometimes that's what we might need to do during our difficult times. If we're dealing with long range issues, just think on the goodness of the Lord and all that he has done for you. And that ought to bring you some joy and some peace in knowing that He's always saw you through. He's never left you, nor has He forsaken you. And He's going to continue to be with you going forward. As long as you have breath in your body, God can come through for you, and He will come through for you. So remember, God's thoughts towards us are not like our thoughts. He doesn't think like we think. He said He wants to give us peace, that peace that surpasses all understanding, and not evil, and to give us a future and a hope. Hey, I'm going to cut off right now. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, y'all. And please share it with somebody. And remember, in order to be a silent Christian no more, you have to let your voice be heard and your actions seen. Because a silent Christian is an oxymoron. You can't be a Christian and be silent. You all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on tomorrow. Bye-bye.